Hello everybody! Today we're going to be talking about the real-life haunt that was the 2016 killer clown sightings. Attention! If you or a loved one were harassed by clowns in 2016, you may be entitled to financial compensation. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm sure almost every single one of you was affected in some small way by the killer clown sightings of 2016. But did you know, at the height of the 2016 clown sighting epidemic, it was so bad that at least one clown sighting or attack happened in every single state in the US. So, it was pretty bad. It was a lot worse than I thought. It affected a lot more people than I thought before doing research into this video. So today, we're going to talk about why it happened, where it started, and who caused these mass sightings of these silly little clown boys that terrorized our fellow Americans. But to find the origin, we have to leave America and head across the ocean to a little island called Great Britain in 2013. And you might be thinking, we're talking about the 2016 clown sightings in America, not the Brits. Well, some say that an earlier incident in Great Britain is what inspired the whole plague of clowns here in the US. So in 2013, a strange clown-like figure began to scare residents in this British town called Northampton. And this caused a large Facebook group to be created that helped the residents track and update others on where this scary-looking clown was at. They called him the Northampton Clown. Now, the Northampton Clown was actually just a college filmmaker named Alex Powell who was doing a fun class project for a film that he had made in a 1990s Pennywise costume. And Alex actually talks about how he didn't mean to blow this up on the internet, it just kind of happened, and people really liked what he was doing, they were really on board with it, so he just kept doing it for a while. He was even the one running and driving traffic to that Facebook page, which was pretty genius on his part. So all in all, Alex didn't do any harm because he wasn't really hurting anybody. But this mysterious clown facade that he put on is what would later go on to inspire the much more sinister 2016 killer clown craze. The first sightings of clowns in 2016 was just a marketing ploy for a little film that I couldn't really find the name of, but it was being created at the time, and news stations started to pick up the clown sightings and they didn't know what was going on, but they started to report it, not realizing that it was just marketing for this small film. So the big news stations did what they always do, and they were like, this is a huge deal, clowns are terrorizing people, they're gonna destroy the world, and they blew it way out of proportion, like the news likes to do. This became such a big deal with the press that the producer of another movie, not the small film that was actually doing the marketing, the producer for the 2017 Stephen King's It movie had to come out and release a press conference where he said, we're not doing this clown scare, we're not the ones doing this marketing, we have no idea who's doing this. So the random clown scares earlier in 2016 was pretty uneventful. That was until the turning of the tides on August 20th, 2016, when police in South Carolina started to receive reports about clowns trying to lure children into the woods. Real quick, I just want to say don't do this. It's not cool to threaten people, and it's even less cool to threaten children, so don't cause another one of these epidemics. Talking to you. Moving on, here's the news clip. One of the kids from these reports was quoted saying, "Mama, there's clowns out there in these woods. They're trying to get us to come out there. Some had chains, some had knives, and some were holding out money saying, 'Come here, we've got candy for you.'" Which you might say was an exaggeration, but it may have been. But this incident is not an anomaly. I found this interactive map that has a lot of the major clown sightings all over the United States and then a little detail of what happened. Here in Concord, California, October 4th, a mother said that a man in a clown suit, but lacking face paint or mask, attempted to abduct her 1-year-old after they finished eating breakfast at Denny's. She kicked the clown, he ran, and has never been found. September 28th in Memphis, Tennessee, a man wearing a clown mask and carrying explosives robbed a bank. No suspects were arrested. Not gonna lie, that seems pretty normal for Memphis, but... October 4th in East Topeka, Kansas, a group of girls reported being chased by a knife-wielding clown as they made their way to the school bus in the morning. Police investigated, but no clowns were found. Another October 4th in Sterling Heights, Michigan, this is a big one. A 7-year-old boy was allegedly attacked by a man dressed as a clown. and he said that the clown ran a knife down his arm, scratching him. Justin Buechler was climbing a tree outside of his home in Sterling Heights, a Detroit suburb, and when he got down from the tree, he said a clown was waiting there with a knife. Here's the video of him talking about it.
Somewhere behind here, he was playing on a tree, and that's where that clown came and attacked him with a knife. We have some video from earlier tonight when officers were out here. I'm being told by that boy and his mother this allegedly happened around 6:40, 7 o'clock tonight. That 9-year-old boy claiming he was climbing a tree with another young friend, and when he came down, a person was there dressed as a clown. He didn't say anything, walked up to him, cut him on his arm, and then ran away. That 9-year-old boy telling me tonight, at least claiming, that that man had a clown mask on, had a red nose that matched his hair. He had on colorful pants and a shirt that had squares all over it. Here's what else his mother and him told me just a few hours ago. So you're saying that this is a clown attacked you here tonight and cut you with a knife?
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people take this very seriously, so you have to be honest. You're not making this up at all. Are you making this up?
No.
You really saw a guy come after you with a clown outfit on tonight?
Yeah.
How scared were you?
I was like a lot scared.
What if he would have had a knife to his throat or something and he would have actually done more damage? He could have killed my kid.
I'm not saying he's lying, but the cut really does look like it's from a tree branch. I mean, I could not imagine a knife making a mark like that, but I'm not saying he's lying. Because, however, in the same night, in a separate incident, 2 women were approached by 3 men dressed as clowns holding baseball bats in the exact same town, and police investigated both cases. They didn't find clowns. If you want to look at the map, feel free to do so. I'll link it down here. There's a lot of crazy cases on this, and most of them are sourced, unlike most of my videos. So obviously when October came around, all heck broke loose. October 12th, the Russian embassy in London actually issued a warning for their citizens to be on alert of these threatening acting clowns, which was apparently pretty common. And stores around the world were pulling clown costumes off of the shelves so that people couldn't embrace the clownism. That was bad. Pretty much everywhere became like Gotham City, but no one dressed up as Batman. I mean, they had their chance. It would be the perfect setup. Justice. Although there were no Batmans, there were groups of people forming vigilante clown hunting groups. I definitely remember people from my high school talking about how they were going to go out and hunt clowns. They were really serious about getting the clowns, which would have been really bad. But there were huge groups of people doing this. Like in this video, this is students from Penn State, about 500 of them going out to hunt clowns after it was said that one clown was spotted in their area, which, as I was doing research for this, apparently Penn State riots like all the time. It's like a thing they're known for. Like I was trying to find the clown riots Penn State, and there was like 5 other riots, so. On a sad note, all this fear ended up creating one incident that was so bad that it became deadly, where in Reading, Pennsylvania, a 16-year-old boy was stabbed to death while he was wearing a clown mask. The boy was stabbed not by a clown, by someone who was hunting the clowns. On a less serious note, there was also serious damage done to the official clowning society, which, yes, is a real thing. Many clowns lost their jobs and they were alienated from society, and their reputations were severely dampened. I don't think their reputations have been mended yet. And we permanently lost a national treasure here in the US, which was the Ronald McDonald statues that a lot of McDonald's had back then. They should have at least replaced them with Grimace. To summarize the whole clown situation, where it started was kind of that British dude in 2013 who was dressing up as a clown, or you could say it was that small film that was being made early in 2016, or you could potentially just blame those clown prank videos that were fairly violent. And for the reason why it happened, I believe it's because the news and other media just absolutely magnified it and blew it out of proportion without really knowing what was going on. So I think what we can take away from this is that we should be nicer to people. Don't scare people too much. Don't just kill people because they're dressed like clowns. And most importantly, McDonald's, bring back the Ronald McDonald statues, or at least replace them with Grimace. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for 25k subs. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that, and just have a great day. Watch out for clowns and other spooky things this season. Over and out.